What's up, guys? Apollo Uchiha here, back with a new movie. The name of this movie is What If Naruto Was the First Male to Use Chakra? And yeah, guys, it's an unscripted movie as well. Now, before continuing this, if you haven't, then please do leave a like and subscribe to my three channels. I have a gaming and a horror story channel. If you haven't checked that out, go to the channel section and subscribe to both and check out the contents as well. If you like, I'm still learning how to add it properly on computer, and yeah, I was thinking of, downloading Minecraft, and I found a cracked version, and yeah, it will be offline, but yeah, we will play it and it will be fun because I never ever originally played the game and liked it actually. I have played the mobile version, but I deleted it in like what, half an hour or so. I got bored of it. But for your guys' sake, I'm going to try the survival mode because I've only played the creative mode. So, let's just hope that it will be entertaining. Now, aside from that, yeah, let's just enjoy the story. If you haven't, then please do leave a like and subscribe to my channel. And without further ado, let's begin with our story for the day. Our story begins in a world in which Konoichi's populace was 98%, and the male populace was quite rare, only 2%, meaning if 100 babies were born, only one was going to be a male out of them. That was that much rare. So, we go towards into this world where Konoichis use a sealing method invented by the Sage of the Sixth Path herself, how to create babies, because the populace was dying thanks to a dreadful virus that killed the males at one point, which existed into their world, leaving only the women alive. So they became the governing bodies of their nations and also became the Konoichis of the land, which were quite strong, as that is how time continued until the five great nations were created, which were ruled over by the Hokage, the Kages of the village. As his example, Hokage, who rules over Konohagakure no Sato, the strongest nation of them all, and hundreds years later, currently the fourth Hokage, Minako Namikaze, was in a hospital room with her wife, as both of them were hugging each other and were crying tears of joy and happiness because both of them were at some point orphans and desired family and love. And now they had that, and they were even blessed more when they had a baby boy born into their family as well. They didn't even check if he had chakra coils or anything currently, as they were just happy that he was born, and they were feeling blessed and quite prideful in themselves, as they had two other daughters. Both were older than Naruto, Natsumi the redhead, and Naruko, the redhead with yellow streaks in her hair, with one blue and one violet eye, while Natsumi had both purple eyes, and Naruto was the exact replica of her mother, Minako, as Naruto had blonde hair and blue eyes, and tan skin with three whisker marks on each cheek. As they were happy when the door slammed open, as Minako Sensei Jiraiya walked in with her teammate Tsunade. See, Tsunade, they have a son. Congratulations, Minako. I didn't know you have it in you. Damn, your genes must be quite good if you had a son. I'm quite jealous of you, said Jiraiya. Come on, Sensei. What is there to be jealous of? I mean, you are her godmother, right? Well, you got that right, kiddo. I am his godmother. So, I wonder how he's going to grow up. Is he going to be handsome or cute? Shut up, Jiraiya. Straight to that point, huh? Oh, come on, a male is born finally in Konoha. I mean, when was the last time that happened? I mean, your granduncle was the properly last male born here. You're right about that, said Tsunade, because Tobirama was the only male born at the time. And after hundreds of years later, Naruto was the second male born in Konoha. As Tsunade then checked all of the babies. First was Natsumi, and then was Naruto. As Kushina was holding Naruto at the time. Kushina, I need to check him. Really? Here. I apologize, Bachan. As Tsunade had a tick mark on her forehead as she checked Naruto, as she was surprised. Oh my. Let me check again. As she checked again and again and again. Is everything fine? Minako asked, finally getting worried. No, everything is fine. It's just that he has normal level chakra signatures like any Konichi should. Oh my god, he's going to be a shinobi. Congratulations, Minako, your son is going to be a ninja. What? No, I don't want that for him, said Kushina. What do you mean, Kushi-chan? Said Minako. I don't want him to go into the world and get himself killed. But we also put our lives on the line, and I'm not going to stop him if he wants to become a shinobi. We're not going to put any hold on them, remember? It was a promise you made to me. Fine, but I'm just worried about him. Don't you think I am too, Kushina? But Minato, he's our son, I know. I wonder what will happen if other friends of yours find out about this, as both of their eyes widen. Oh shit. There was going to be a huge chaos in the village when they found out that the Hokage had a son. And what if his enemies find out about him? Forget about killing him or getting to him, might steal him for themselves, because males were that rare at the time. And the plus point about him is that he can use chakra. Yeah, that is what I'm worried about. What should we do, Sensei? As Jiraiya got serious. I will go out and keep the rumors dead, and spread out my spy network to kill the news about your children. Alright? Thank you, Sensei, but it will take me some time, years maybe, to come back. You can hold the fort on your own, Tsunade? Much more than you can imagine, Jiraiya. Good, then I'll leave this to you. As after that, Jiraiya left. After saying goodbye, are you departing now, Sensei? Minako asked. Yes, I have to. The more I hurry, the better. Thank you, Sensei. You have my gratitude. You don't need to, kiddo. You don't need to. As Tsunade then said, I have examined him and all of your children. They are healthy 100% and fine. As suddenly Kakashi, Rin, and Obito bursted inside from the door. What were you three doing here? Minako asked. Sensei, we were kind of interested, and it was Obito's idea, Kakashi said, blaming all the blame on her teammate, Obito. What? Oh, come on, Kakashi. Why are you putting all the blame on me? You also wanted to know. Well, I was curious, but I knew Sensei will tell us later on. I can't with you three. Here, come on, now you know. Wait, is that a... Rin said. Yes, he's our son, Naruto. Wow, this is the first time I saw one, said Obito. We all saw one first time. Last time when we saw this were probably when we were infants. How do you even remember that, Kakashi? I don't. I'm just guessing. Come on, Kakashi, leave Obito alone. As there was all chuckling there and smiling. As suddenly, Tsunade then said, you have to keep this a secret from others. Knowing that Minato and Kushina had one son is one thing, but knowing that he can use chakra is another. He can use chakra? Yes. We'll guard that secret to our grave, Sensei. You don't have to worry about that, said Obito. Yeah. Comes from a mortar mouth, that is. Oi, said Kushina and Obito. I apologize, Kushina-sama. I was not talking about you. As after that, time passed. Minato and Kushina were able to prevent the news from leaking about their son. And only their close friends knew about his existence, such as the Uchihas, and the Hyugas, and Inuzukas, and as well as the Naras. While the others who were quite, not so good to keep secrets were not told at the time, because Tsunade and Kushina were on Minako's ass to not reveal this to many, but she already did to some people. And they were also interested in the boy, and when they met him, they already grew attached to him. Fugaki and Mikoto were finding the boy quite adorable and loving, as did Itachi as well as Satsuki, their two daughters. And same could be said for Hiyashi and Hana and their daughters Hinata and Hanabi, who were quite younger than Naruto, for Hanabi and Hinata was similar to Naruto's age. And Naruto had other female friends as well, and he was the only black sheep of the groups because he was a boy, as Naruto thought at the time. Regardless of that, they never let him feel that way, or more like his sisters who were quite protective of him, Time passed, and suddenly, at the age of 6, all hell broke loose when populace of Konoha came to know that their Hokage was hiding a big secret, and it was thanks to Danza that this secret was leaked out to the village. As now currently Minato was inside a council chamber and Naruto was on the other side. Naruto could hear shouting from all sorts of sides, from civilian, from the shinobi side, as Minato was barking back at them, telling them to shut up and all that, giving them the orders, showing them the Hokage's authority. As after everything fell quiet, Kushina then said, "You ready, kiddo?" "I'm fine, Kachan. Let's just get this over with." As after that, both Naruto and the other two daughters and Kushina went inside. As when they entered, everyone looked at Naruto, who had grown out hair to his shoulders and was looking at everyone. Hi everyone. My name is Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze. It's nice to meet you." As everyone fell quiet for a moment, as everyone was laying their eyes on Naruto, suddenly all hell broke loose as Minato sighed as Kushina and both of his daughters, her daughters, were surrounding Naruto in a triangular form, protecting him from all sorts as hordes of women came at him. "Let me pull his cheeks. He's so cute. How could you hide him from us, Kushina?" said Inoichi. "For this particular reason, Inoichi. What do you guess and think?" Things got out of hand way too much as Naruto passed out because his head was spinning all around and he couldn't make anything out of it. As when Naruto woke up, he was inside his room and on his bed. And when he tried to get up, he noticed that there was weight on his chest. As he looked to see, it was Satsuki, hugging him tightly. As Itachi then came inside, as she looked everywhere. "Ah, Naruto-kun, you're awake. Itachi Nei-chan. What is Satsuki doing? She came here to wake you up. It seems that she fell asleep. Satsuki, wake up, you're inconveniencing Naruto." As Itachi shook Satsuki off of Naruto, Satsuki said, "Nei-chan, it was peaceful there, and it was comforting. You slept 8 hours at night. If you sleep more, you'll get a brain headache." "Yeah, I know," she said, pouting while saying this. As Naruto then said, "Why are you here? It's not like that I don't like it, but I'm asking it because it's quite surprising to see you here in the morning. It's nighttime, Naruto-kun. You passed out in the meeting room. It wasn't a dream?" "No, it wasn't. And Mom said it was quite hilarious after when you passed out, the reaction. Everyone was running around like headless chickens, thinking that they might have killed you." Really?" "Yes. Now come downstairs. Everyone is waiting for you there." "Everyone? What do you mean?" "Well, my mothers are here, and your mothers as well. And you guys are here as well." "Oh, I see." As after Naruto came down, Naruto was surrounded by his friends as Naruto smiled and thanked the elders as well. As the elders were talking to themselves, as Hiyashi then said to Minako, "What are you going to do now? It is revealed to the populace that he exists." I don't know. What do you guys think I should do? I'm scared for his safety. I knew I would love to him to become whatever he wants, a shinobi or a civilian. Whatever he chooses, we will support him. I still think that he should go for the civilian life." "Kushina, we have been over this, right?" "Yes, but I'm just worried about him and afraid. We don't need to." As unknown to both of them, while they were talking regarding this, the spies of their enemies have gotten a news of this, as the news have leaked out far exceeding the borders of Konoha even, all the way to Kumo, Kiri, Iwa, and even to their ally Suna, and to the worst part of the worst, to the Akatsuki, and as well as to Orochimaru. As we go towards Orochimaru, as Kabuto was there now. "Orochimaru-sama, I bring you a great news, a fascinating one." "What? And why are you here leaving your post from Konoha?" said a seducting low voice, as from the shadows came outside a woman who was quite seducting at the same time quite sinister. "Orochimaru, the snake Sanin." "Orochimaru-sama, I apologize for this, but it was an urgent news." Minako Namikaze and Kushina Uzumaki had a son that they have been hiding. What? What do you mean? 6 years ago they had children. I reported you back, right? Yes. It was believed they had 2 daughters, but they had another son. Another child who was a boy. Are you kidding me? No, and from the Tsunade-sama's reports I have gathered upon him, he can use chakra like us as well. Oh my. Isn't that cherry on top? I would like to have him for myself. Keep an eye on him. And have you brought any evidence that I can keep? Yes, I brought this picture. As with shaky hands, Kabuto handed the picture of Naruto to Orochimaru. After making a copy, obviously, because she found him cute as well. As Orochimaru's eyes widened after seeing him. Isn't he just precious? I will have him as my own. So, you should better take care of him and avoid him getting in contact with the Akatsuki, because I know if you get to know about them, Zetsu might have as well. Hi. As on the other side, we see Zetsu going back towards the new leader, Pain, while stopping for a moment as he heard a voice that he did not knew he could still hear. Zetsu, mother, where are you? My daughter, listen to my words carefully. Protect him at all costs. He is the reincarnation of the man I loved, who was betrayed by his clan and killed. As images flashed through Zetsu's mind as her mother showed her father's images. A man similar to Naruto, exactly like him, look-alike, and in behavior and manner as well, was the one who took in Kaguya when everyone was scared of her, gave her home and shelter. He was the prince of a nation, and also a male who was rarely ever born there. He was betrayed by his people, his sister, who killed him after blaming him as a traitor and taking his power, and also pushing Kaguya out of her home alongside her while she was pregnant with her daughters. After that, Kaguya took turn for the worse. She couldn't bear the loss of her lover because she loved Naruto to that extent, and knew Naruto loved her as well. As after that, we see Zetsu crying, black tears. It will be done, mother. Father is finally reborn. Even though he doesn't remember, I will protect him. You must, child, you must. But what about the plan? I have to find another way. I will find another way. Just keep the Akatsuki busy, and don't let them get near him. But mother, they are already not listening to me. You have to find a way, daughter. Or are you going to disappoint your mother? I would never. I would rather die than do it. Find a way to. I will, mother, said the black Zetsu part. What are we going to do? Said white Zetsu. Find a way. We are going to go after the Bijus, but at the last moment, we will gather power for the mother and for the father to live eternally with us. It will be done then, said the white one, as both of them retracted back and went back to the Akatsuki to deliver the news that it was false. As we go towards Kumogakure to see a muscular woman who looked like an Amazon sitting there. She had tan color and silver hair like elves. What? The Hokage had 2 daughters, now a son, out of nowhere? It is said that he was born with them. His identity was kept a secret. From Danza, we heard this, that Orochimaru and the others might also know about him now, and as well as he can use chakra, like normal Konoichis. What? If he decides to become a shinobi, which I know 100% he will, we will strike and interfere within their missions, keep a close eye on him, and steal him for ourselves. After all, how many males do we got here? Currently at the time, one old man who's about to pass away. We don't have any, right? So he's necessary for us to produce more children. But the rate from that man was women only. He could produce only women. For the past 60 years, he was not even able to produce one baby boy. What do you think he will do? Regardless, If he's Minako's son, I know might one thing that he's different from what we have here. That is for sure. Then keep an eye on him. Have you any proof or a picture of him? As his picture was shown to who licked her lips. My oh my, isn't he tasty looking? Wait till he grows and ripes into a perfect man. As same was the reaction of Mei Terumi from Kirigakure, who was just taken over after killing Yagura on the new Kiri as the new Mizukage. As Rasa and her daughters were also watching this, as Gara got her hands on Naruto's picture. He is mine. As Temari and Conqueror were like, what? As Rasa was stoic. Go then, daughter. Claim what is yours. We will not interfere. You better not, mother. As after that, Gara disappeared in Sandstorm, because Shikaku was yelling in her mind to make this human hers at all cost. As on the other side, we go back to Konoha. As time passed after that, time skipped to Naruto when he entered to the academy alongside his sisters, as it was his first day, and when he went out wearing male clothes that his mother made for him specially and specifically, he was walking with his sisters as all the eyes were fixated on him because he was the first male in Konoha to be born after hundreds of years after the second Hokage, who was also the strongest Kage ever. As Naruto made his way towards the room in which he was about to study, as his senseis walked inside. One of them was Mizuki, while the other one was Iruka, as both were Chunin level women, as they looked at Naruto. It is a great honor that you are going to study with us, Naruto. I hope you learn everything fast. Yes, sensei. I hope I will do my best, and I'm happy that you will have me. I'll try my best. As Naruto bowed to them, as Naruto's gesture won their hearts at the moment, and they knew that they will teach everyone wholeheartedly, as everyone followed Naruto's example, as now Naruto was sitting with his sisters, as the surrounding decks, in which many of the children supposed to sit, were captured by Satsuki, Sakura, and Ino at one side, and Hinata and Shika and Kiba at one side, while the behinds were with Choji and Shina Aburame, as the other civilians were also there. As time passed and Naruto was the top of the students in the class, even in the academy, he was a prodigy in his own right, even far exceeding his mother's record or even the Itachi Uchiha's record, as the whole Konoichi populace was prideful of Naruto. One thing good about Naruto was that he was not arrogant, and he was humbled and down to earth. He never was boastful of his achievements and always thanked them for helping him out, mainly his parents and all. And these were the years that Naruto passed in the academy. And today was the final day, and some of the civilian girls fail, mainly those who were side characters. And the Konoha 12, as people called them, all passed. And today was the team placement day. Today we're going to have team placements. Every team was as in canon, and only two were the ones who were odd from the team, Natsumi and Naruto, because they were not placed with any teammates at all. As Naruto was saddened, and so was many other, because they didn't get to be placed in Naruto's team. Now, don't be saddened, Naruto and Natsumi. You will be placed with a new recruit. Her name is Sai, and she's quite shy. And your joining leader is going to be me, said Kushina as she jumped down. Mom? But you could have asked me for... really? Well, it was decided because we thought that you three are best friends. You, Satsuki, and Sakura. No! We are not, said Satsuki and Sakura and Naruto at the same time. Really? Well, the teams have been placed, and you can try, but it will take some time for adjustments, and the other teams are already fitted, so you have to deal with each other. Man, who is going to be our sensei? Well, it's going to be two senseis for you, Obito and Kakashi. Really? Those two? What's so bad about us? Kiddo, said Obito as she came inside. dragging Kakashi, who was reading her book. Leave me alone, Nobito. Why are you dragging me everywhere we go? Because I have a team assigned to us finally, Kakashi. At least act like it. You're a Jonin sensei now. whatever. So Brad's follow me upstairs. As Kakashi poofed away. What? Come on. Really? Well, kids, follow us to the rooftop. We'll discuss things there. See you later. Hey, Naruto. Hey, Obito-ne-chan. It's good to meet you. You too, kiddo. As after that, they all left. As Naruto and the other teams also left with their sensei. As Naruto was sitting at Team 11 training ground, which was quite barren and only had grass there, and a single stump of tree, which usually getting sat at. So, we're going to have our introductions. Really, Kachan? Don't need to. Sai's here now, not Natsumi, so we have to. Whatever. My name's Natsumi Uzumaki Namikaze. My likes are my family, my brother, and my dislikes are those girls who hoard over my brother and those women who especially want to seduce my brother. I'd like to crush their necks with my bare hands and hopefully become a Kage. These are my wishes, says Natsumi with a smile as Naruto was looking at her. Nei-chan, don't crush their necks. What is wrong with her? As Kushina then said, how did she turn out like this? Maybe it's because of your son. You. Why have you been talking to me lately? Well, because I want to meet your son. Why? Why are you so interested into him? Just because I like cute things. Is it that bad? You, Chibi no Yoko, like cute things. Yeah, it is kind of hard to believe. We of the Bijus have cherished males because males are the only species who have taken care of us and saved us at one time. And not only that, they have also protected us and even gave their lives in order to protect us from your kind. What do you mean we are of the same kind? You of the Konomichi, I mean. So that is why males are well respected and liked by us all Bijus. If any other village know about it and the Jinchuriki finds out, there might be trouble coming. So what do you suggest? Let me out, and I'll, in return, keep you alive. I want to be with him. What do you mean by that? Let me clarify. I want to protect him. You see, we of the Biju, if ever lay their eyes on a male, and we find it attractive or cute, we will hog over him and protect him from the other Bijus. That is what was agreed upon between us. We have a long history, okay? History that you don't need to know or want to know. But I'm not sure. I have to talk to Minako first. Do what you must. But remember my words. If he ever encounters another Jinchuriki and a Biju, he will be claimed by them, and that will be bad. Oh, okay. I guess. But you better not hog over him. That I cannot promise. As I said, we like to hog over what is our and claimed. He's not yours then. I know he's not. He is your son to the very end. But he is also somewhat mine. What, son? Yes. What do you think, woman? I'm 1,000-year-old and he's just born yet. You make me disgusting for thinking like that. I'm sorry, okay? Mom. What? As Kushina was brought out of her stupidor. Everyone is done with their introduction. Oh, I see. Sorry I didn't hurt you or two. It's alright, Kushina-sama, said Sai. Well, I know that you will work together, so, you guys are free for now. I have something to take care of. I will be with your mother. Okay, Ka-chan. Everything fine, right? Naruto asked. Everything's fine, son. Kushina said, hugging Naruto, as after that, Kushina left. As Naruto then said, looking that both his sister and Sai were walking away. Wait! What is it, Naruto? Natsumi said instantly, as Sai stopped. We should probably go and celebrate, since we became a team and get to know each other. Is this a playdate, Naruto? Said Natsumi. Come on, Nei-chan, stop joking around, Naruto said while blushing. As Sai then said, sounds good, she said with a fake smile. As after that, Sai, Natsumi, and Naruto went to Choji's barbecue restaurant and he greeted them there and he sat down on the table to eat. Instantly, he was hoarded over by the other Konomichis, who was also his classmates and his sister. As Naruto came there, not a word. Natsumi was about to say something as Naruto's reply came. But why? I want to know what happened. Trust me, you don't. I will swear to God I will butcher you down if you ask me any more than this. Okay, fine, jeez, drama queen. As after that, they all celebrated and enjoyed, and Naruto spent time with his teammates. And after that, Naruto and Natsumi went home, as Naruto then said. Sai-chan, where do you live? I'll drop you off. Naruto said with a smile. As Sai looked away, hiding her blush. I live there, in that apartment, near the street. As Naruto and Sai left there, as Naruto dropped her off. You know I can walk around by myself, Naruto, just fine. It is a Konomichi village, and if anything, you should be the one who's worried about your safety. I can protect myself. You don't need to worry about that, Sai-chan. So after Naruto dropped her off to her house, Naruto returned back home safely as he realized something that his both mothers were not there, as they were in the basement, as they were discussing something private. As Kushina revealed everything, but Kyuubi has asked her to do so for her. As Minako was surprised at first but was skeptical, but when Kyuubi took over Kushina and talked to Minako, she was surprised to find out that it was real, and she had to protect her sons from other Bijus, knowing that the other villages are not the enemy now. She agreed, but half-heartedly, and Kyuubi assured them that she will not use Naruto for any of her own gains or good. As it was nighttime, when Minako and Kushina entered inside Naruto's room, who was sleeping peacefully. After Minako casted a simple low-level genjutsu that only a Chunin could break on Naruto, it was a sleeping genjutsu. Both of them talked. It is done. Are you sure about this? I don't know, Minako, but if it is to protect our son, I will go to any lengths. Me too. Please, Kyuubi, keep your end of the bargain. I will. I promise. As suddenly, Kyuubi took over Kushina as she grabbed Naruto's hand and purred. As suddenly, she bit Naruto's hand from the underneath side as a mark of a fox appeared there. As Naruto hissed in pain, it is done. As that mark started to glow as huge amount of red chakra was coming out of Kushina's body. As Kushina hissed in pain, bear with the pain, Kushina. As almost half of the Kyuubi was now inside Naruto, as Naruto has become the new Jinchuriki chosen by the Kyuubi itself. As Kushina felt weak, as something was draining her. What happened? It is the drain that you feel. Half of my chakra that has increased your chakra pool has depleted and left, meaning your chakra pool has shrunken. And half of my chakra now is inside Naruto. Wait. Is this? Yes, this is a new method that I didn't tell you about. This is the only way that I can keep you alive as well as be with Naruto to protect him. Fine, thank you. You have our gratitude, Kyuubi. You have mine as well. And now with this mark given, none of the other Jinchurikis or Bijus will come after him. But I am not so sure about the other villages. For that we have to take care of them ourselves, I guess. Yes, you have to. As after that, next morning came and Naruto woke up. Huh? What is this? As Naruto, after cleaning up and taking a bath, came downstairs as he heard a giggling sound as he looked back. Huh? Natsumi-ne-chan. Naruto-ne-chan, is that you? No, silly, it's not them. Who are you then? I'm the Kyuubi no Yoko. Wait, weren't you supposed to be sealed inside Kachan? Oh my god, you know about that? Yeah, I kind of eardrops on both of my parents talking about this. I see. You're quite a naughty child, Naruto. I am not. I just kind of happened to listen to this conversation, that's all. Good. I will tell you everything, but you must keep it a secret from your sisters. Okay. I'll trust you. Good. As after that, when Naruto was having breakfast, everything was revealed to him through QB's memories. As Naruto then looked at his parents and then jumped at them and gave them a hug before leaving for school. What is it, Naruto? Thank you so much. I love you guys. As after that, Naruto left. As the other QB then spoke from Kushina, he knows. As Kushina's eyes widened. As Minako looked at Kushina and suspected the same thing, as Kushina nodded, he knows. I see. Thank God he's happy about it at least. As after that, they went on quite a lot of missions, D rank missions, and even on some C rank missions to help out with their other siblings and other Team 7. As they encountered Zabuza Momochi, the demoness of the mist, who they took care of, as well as a tyrant named Gato, one of the only males who was a tyrant, thinking that he's a god walking amongst plants. And Naruto was so enraged with the help of Kyuubi that he was able to kill him and the others. As Naruto achieved his first kill, he looked at his hands shaking and he was comforted by Kyuubi and the others around him, and hailed as a hero at the Land of Waves. When the news about the Land of Waves spread throughout the whole elemental nations, it was an uproar. A male was one thing from the fourth Hokage, but he was able to use chakra and can even hold Biju's power, because those who survived called it that. It was a Biju's chakra that was used by the child who was a boy. They were now hell-bent on having a boy for themselves, or this boy at least. But when the picture of Naruto was revealed, they knew that they had to have him. Naruto overnight became quite famous over all of the elemental nations. As after that, many of the civilians, travelers, merchants, and even shinobis and kages came to Konoha and signed peace treaties with the village and even met with the child. Akatsuki, when found out about this, they were enraged at Zetsu. As Zetsu was standing in that corner, and he was suddenly dragged by the Rinnegan user woman, Nagato Uzumaki. How dare you, Zetsu, hide this crucial information from us? You know that males are rare. Why didn't you tell us about this? My lord, I thought that Kushina was the Jinchuriki. The Biju must have claimed him as her, so that other Bijus cannot. What do you mean? It is said that in the history that Bijus were helped by some males who were alive at the time, and even sacrificed themselves in order to save them and protect them. I see. So that is why Bijus are quite protective of them, because of their nature. Yes. We must have this male at all cost. The money he can fetch, said Kakazu. We're not going to sell him. He's ours. And we will have him at all cost. And on the other side, Orochimaru was surprised as well. My oh my, he's getting way more interesting. Soon, Naruto-kun, I'll have you. You've grown up to be just fine, like a fine wine. As after that, Naruto felt chills down his spine. Everything fine, Naruto? Said Sasuke, as she and Hinata, as well as Itachi, Neji, who was now Hinata's cousin and bodyguard, who was also there, Sai, and the other girls were also there. As Naruto felt this, they were currently off having a half day and were playing cards in Training Ground 7. No, I just felt chills run down my spine for something. Something's bad is about to happen. As suddenly, Zetsu, on the other side, in Amegakure, was seen covered in blood. He has murdered the whole Akatsuki with the power granted to him for some extent through his mother. He's my father, and if you dare touch him, you will be killed. Only mother deserves him, and I do. He's ours. He's nobody's. Good, my daughter. You have done good. As suddenly, there was a rip in the reality. As block by block, the reality felt as a black portal opened, and from that, none other than Kaguya or Suzuki walked out. Mother, how are you? I had a help. I manipulated Tonari, who was a lower level Otsutsuki living there. After he freed me, I killed him. And then I came here. Mother, we should go now and meet father. Not like this, Zetsu. You're going to come with me. Come back to me, my daughter. As you wish, mother. As Zetsu was Kaguya's will, so she returned to Kaguya. Good. As Kaguya reverted back to the age similar to that of Naruto, 14 years as she then they had to create a plan, and she already had done that. So all she had to do was act. And at night time, in the evening, Naruto and the rest of the gang were still there as we go back to Konoha. And suddenly a huge meteor struck down at there as everyone was on guard. As Naruto then said, "Someone is down there. We must help him." "Naruto, wait!" said Naruto as Naruto jumped down. As when the smoke cleared, Naruto coughed and said, "Are you alright?" As Kaguya was taken aback in the memory lane. This was how she met Naruto, of her own, who protected her at the time. "Naruto, come here. What if she's an enemy? I can sense huge amount of chakra there." As Naruto protected her exactly like the same. "No, I will not. She's helpless. Maybe she needs our help." "Thank you. I need help." As Kaguya passed out then. Or more like acted, as Naruto lifted her up in his arms. "We need to bring her to the hospital," as the other girls were quite jealous and glaring at Kaguya. As Naruto arrived at the hospital, Tsunade treated her, as Minako and Kushina were already there, and Naruto revealed everything to them what happened. "Since you find her, Naruto, I guess she is your charge now, son. Are you up for the whole struggle and this task?" "Yes, father, I will. I promise." As both of the other girls were jealous, as Naruto then mingled her with her friends, and they slowly but surely became friends with one another, while the other villages and as well as Orochimaru was planning something. Kaguya has already made her move, and they were all living together and happy now. Naruto was also sharing his room with Kaguya because they didn't have any much. Naruto slept on the floor and gave his bed to Kaguya, and Kaguya was happy about that. He was still the same, respectful, and Kaguya was right to choose him, even then and even now. But something was off. Kyuubi was a lot quieter to Naruto, as Naruto decided to went inside his mind's cave. I saw that Kyuubi was sitting in his feminine form inside a house that was created inside Naruto's mindscape. Kurami-san, what is it, Naruto? What do you need?" "I was guessing, why have you been quiet lately after Kaguya arrived?" "Naruto, I guess you're here and I cannot lie to you. Kaguya is the mother of the Sage of the Sixth Path, the mother of Chakra. She's also our mother. But I do not know how she is in this form or state. My mother, Hagoromi Otsutsuki, visited me and told me that she does not have her memories of past life, and she's starting anew. So that is why I was quiet, or I would have told you that she was a threat." "Oh, alright. I just wanted to know that why were you so quiet? I was getting worried that you might hate me now." "Why would I? You're like a son to me, Naruto." "I guess you're like an aunt to me as well." As Naruto and Kurami spent some time there, as after that Naruto returned outside. As then the days of Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze went by normal. They did some missions and Kage also joined them now. And they were all getting close. More like Naruto and his friends were turning into something more. All of them had one by one expressed their feelings for Naruto, and even Kaguya had. And Naruto was quite seriously worried about this. Who should he choose? As he was sitting down worried on the Hokage's monument. As suddenly, from behind came Danza. "Why are you worried, young boy? And what are you worried about?" "It's my friends. They want to be something more than that. And I like them all. I don't want to hurt them by choosing one." "Then why not all, my boy?" "What do you mean, Danza-sama?" "You are a male, Naruto. As much as it may sound rude or anything, you have to take some pride into it. You are a rare species amongst us. You know, Naruto, from 100% there is only 1 to 2% chance a male will be born every hundreds of years, and you are the second male we have. So why not take leverage over it? Talk about this to your parents, but I'm scared. What if they get mad at this with me? They won't. They will realize this and your worries. Go and talk to them, my boy." "Thank you, Danza-sama. You do not know how much you helped me out. It's good to know." As after that, Sai jumped down. "Danza-sama, why did you..." "I knew, Sai, that you have been betraying me and you have been developing feelings for that boy. And to be honest, I care about you to some extent and that boy as well, since he's quite a rare opportunity for us because Tobirama sensei had two sons which were hidden. They lived, but they were killed off later on by the neighboring villages when they went out on missions. But nobody was, yes. And if he marries them all, and you as well, there's a chance that he will have a boy each. And from then on, we can rise the population of males. It will not only be beneficial for Konoha, but for the other villages to some extent as well. Don't you see what I'm seeing? We will bring the populace back to level 50 for the males and the females. It will be good for both of us. I see. You have a big vision, Danza-sama. I will fulfill it at all cost. Go now and fulfill it for me. As with that said, Danza's true motives were revealed as she left. On the other side, Naruto talked to his parents and they agreed. And 5 years later, and being married to them for 2 years, we see 18-year-old Naruto Uzumaki no Mikaze, who was now a Jonin and the strongest man walking on planet. Even stronger than any Konoichi, even his mother's, or even the Hashirama Senju, who was the strongest Konoichi and goddess of Shinobi, goddess of Konoichis at the time. As war was broken upon them, their peaceful life was disrupted, and the one who was more enraged than anyone was Kaguya, as she with full force extracted her chakra from all of them, leaving them chakraless, nearly killing them, and revealing her true identity, as Naruto still accepted her back. And Hagoromi and Hamori were also again born, and many of the other children were born as well, and some of them were even male this time, as that is how Naruto brought the populace of male back to at least 30% up in the shinobi world, and lived happily ever after with his wives, and away from the threat of the Otsuzukis. As this is where I'm going to be leaving the story of, guys. I hope you like this one, and if you do, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel, as this is Apollo Uchiha and I'm signing out. And stay tuned for the horror story and as well as a gaming video. I'm going to complete the channel that I left behind and failed miserably to complete in GTA 5 today. So yeah, stay tuned for that, and this is Apollo Uchiha and I'm signing out.